The member for Kooyong.
Here. Mr Speaker, the purpose of rising tonight is for two reasons. First, I would like to seek your leave to table a petition. In accordance with Standing Order 207, I rise to present a petition to you and to members of this House. This petition of concerned citizens draws to the attention of the House the closure of the Balwyn Post Office in Whitehorse Road, Balwyn, Victoria. The petition notes that Balwyn Post Office was located within a retail, commercial and banking precinct where businesses relied on its services. Balwyn Post Office provided a range of postal services to a large number of local residents and traders, including many senior and elderly citizens, and the closure of the Balwyn Post Office has caused enormous inconvenience to many in the community and caused economic loss to Whitehorse Road shopping strip.
Shine.
Mr Speaker, the 5,354 petitioners signatory to this petition therefore ask the House to urge the Minister for Broadband Communications and the Digital Economy and the Minister assisting the Prime Minister on digital productivity to consult with the Board of Australia Post about re-establishing a post office in Balwyn. I must take this opportunity, Mr Speaker, to also thank the Mayor of Boroondara, Mr Nicholas Tragus, his fellow councillor Dick Menting, the head of the Balwyn Traders Association Ian Bird, and my parliamentary colleague at a state level, Mr Robert Clark, the member for Box Hill. This issue has been a critical issue in the electorate. I've received hundreds of pieces of correspondence, met with many locals who have been inconvenienced by the decision of Australia Post to close their post office in Whitehorse Road, Balwyn. They have told me that this is not part of a rationalisation of their post offices, because I know many in this House, in their own electorates, have seen community post offices suffer a similar fate. But that being said, we really do need in this bustling shopping strip a post office that will stand alone. And therefore, while the news agency in Whitehorse Road, Balwyn, has been turned into a community post office and is providing some services, this is not enough. And we will bring every pressure to bear on Australia Post to actually open a new standalone post office. And I think this is a critical issue to the people of Kooyong. Mr Speaker, the other issue I wanted to briefly raise in the time allowed to me is the issue of the future of school funding under this government, in particular funding for non-government and Catholic schools. Kooyong is an educational metropolis. We have over 50 schools, both public and non-public alike. Over 30,000 school students every day go to school in Kooyong. It's our biggest industry and our biggest asset. It is, to draw an analogy, what the car industry is to Geelong, or what the wine industry is to the Hunter Valley. Therefore, I'm particularly concerned about this government's ideological preoccupation with cutting funding for non-government and Catholic schools.
Shame.
This is not a new preoccupation. This is not the new Julia. This is in fact the old Julia, because we don't have to think far and hard to the time when Julia Gillard was the soulmate of Mark Latham, when in 2004 he took to an election a hit list of schools that would have been cut under this program in my own electorate: Camberwell Grammar School, Carey Baptist Grammar School, Fintona Girls School, Methodist Ladies College, Brighton Girls School, Scotch College, Trinity Grammar School. May I say, each of these schools are great educational institutions and are the home for aspirational parents who send their kids. So this government's decision to not guarantee the funding maintain principle will see over 1,000 schools in Australia have their funding in real terms cut. This includes 13 schools in Kooyong, Bialik, Erasmus, Genazzano, Our Lady of Good Counsel, St Bede's Parish, Our Holy Redeemer, Sacred Heart, St Anne's, St Dominic, Sienna, St Joseph's, St Bridget's and All Hallows School. 13 schools Double the number of schools in Laylaw. No wonder the Prime Minister doesn't care. And now that they're in partnership with the Greens, Mr Speaker, we can only expect a harsher school funding proposal and principles from this government, which will be the disadvantage of all school students in Victoria and Australia.